In my mouth is a desert, running dry on the tip of my tongue. I can taste your lies, how to measure the love you throw around. I could never hold you down. You're tall as the so full of emotion. You're tall as the ocean. So full of emotion.
Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. We don't usually do videos like this on this channel, but I feel like these lenses warranted that. This is going to be the long-term review of the Hope series lenses. Let me preface this video by saying that this video is not sponsored by Savannah Artisans, although the good folks over there were nice enough to send over two of their cinema lenses. They sent over the 16 and the 10mm Hope Cinema Primes, and if you're not going to stay through the entire review, let me just tell you, they're amazing for what they are. These are budget cinema lenses with full metal build, 270-degree focus throw, which is super smooth, as opposed to any other cinema lens in this price range. They come with a 77mm thread attachment, so you can clamp on your matte boxes, you can put in your filters. That's not an issue. Throughout my journey through film school, I've been fortunate enough where I've got to play around with lenses like the Ooyy Ultra Primes, the Ooyy Signature Primes, the Cooke Pancros, the Cooke Vintage Leicas, the Ronin, which are just Zeiss CP3s, Zeiss CP2s. Those are good ones. The Nisi Athenas. What the hell else have I used? My point being that these lenses hold up. They're super sharp lenses that are punching outside of their weight class, essentially. Sadly enough, every camera I own is full frame. I own the A7S III and I own the Ronin 4D, both of which are amazing cameras but aren't native to Super 35. Something to note about these lenses is that the E-mount version doesn't fit on the Ronin 4D. Just something to keep in mind if you're in the market for these lenses. But if you do decide to use these lenses on a full frame camera like the A7S III, which is what we're shooting on here, you can turn on the APS-C crop mode and it works perfectly. There's a little bit of loss in resolution because it's not using the entire sensor, but it works completely fine. Savannah Artisans has put in a lot of effort into making sure that these lenses have little to no chromatic aberrations, they have very little focus breathing, and the color consistency stays similar throughout the ranges. I have noticed that the 10mm has a little bit of a color shift as opposed to the 16, 35, 50. It's just something to consider and note, but nothing too big that your colorist won't be able to tweak with one slider. Now let's get into the performance of these lenses. At T2.1, these are super fast lenses that would be amazing to pair with something like the FX30. They produce a really neat image. These modern lenses have a nano coating which really reduces the flares and glares on these lenses, but even if you were to point a flashlight straight down the barrel of the lens, you will get a few flares which are green in color. Like most modern lenses, they have the nano finish coating that doesn't give you warm or cool flares. The bokeh on these lenses are really neat. They're super spherical with no onioning, when it gets squished from the top or the sides, essentially providing it with the oval shape. It doesn't have that. It has a really circular, smooth bokeh on all the lenses. And in this video test, you can also see the minimal focus breathing that these lenses have as we go all the way from close focus to all the way to infinity.
And I can't touch the floor, so full of emotion. I can't keep any.
As for the long-term review aspect of these lenses, I've been using them for about 6 months now. As I've been using them more and more on commercial sets, I've started to notice that the paint or sticker, if you'd call it, on these metal caps starts to fade away. And you notice that these gorgeous metal caps, which were once a perfect fit, aren't as tight a fit now. They still hold on, but I've noticed many a times if I'm not carrying it in a lens case, it's just in my backpack. When I reach set, it might not be on. Just something to consider. If I had to be nitpicky about these lenses, I would say that the Hope branding that they've done really doesn't scream premium like the rest of the lens does. If you feel these in your hand, they feel like expensive lenses. They aren't like the Ronin's, they aren't like the cheap series. They're actually really high quality feeling, but the Hope branding on these, it's really interesting. The font choice that they've gone for, it isn't something that I personally like. If this is your first time buying cinema lenses, I'd recommend getting a small follow focus like Nucleus or the small rig ones. The focus throw on these lenses is really long, just like any other cinema lens, and pulling off the barrel is something that really starts hurting, and these teeth really start biting into your fingers. Even if you have a side attachment follow focus, it really is a long focus throw, so just something to think about. Just to conclude this video, if you're looking to pick up a set of budget cine lenses this Christmas, the Hope Cinema Primes aren't something you'd go wrong with. They're really good lenses, they feel super premium in the hand, and there is an affiliate link in the description if you decide to pick them up. If you are searching to pick up some clothing this Christmas, check out my company Fallacy Apparel. If you've just dropped a brand new collection of winter t-shirts at 280 GSM, they'll keep you super warm in the cold, and the print quality on these t-shirts is absolutely unmatched to any other brand out there. I'm currently wearing the subtle green tee. I honestly love the quality and the feel on this. It's just such a nice t-shirt and it's such a good fit for me. If you guys are in the market, go ahead and take a look at those as well. I'm gonna go ahead and try and make more of these videos. If you're interested in this, go ahead and hit that like, share, subscribe, whatever. You guys know what you gotta do. And hopefully I'll see y'all soon. Peace.